Welcome to Snail Trail 4x4, I'm Jimmy Jet. Today we're going to be installing some steel braided brake lines on the 5th gen 4Runner. When we've lifted this 4Runner up 3 inches here in the rear, we're coming really close to getting a full extension on the brake lines that are back there. So this extension kit will allow us to get, or really give us more insurance or safety that we're going to get no issues with those brake lines getting extended or stretched when we're at full droop, now that we're going to put these extensions in. So we've dropped the vehicle down on jack stands, and we took out the rear tire mainly just for film purposes and so we can get back in there. But first steps is to get in that area and pull out the little clips. So here we are in the back of the vehicle, and these two lines right here are the two brake lines. One for each side, and we're at full droop right now, so you can see these are kind of tight. They're not super tight, but we're definitely wanting to replace those just for safety factors. So first things first is we're going to pull these clips out so we can get these free. Just kind of pull them off. There you go. 1, 3 more to go. So we're holding the lower end here with a 17 millimeter. That's the 17 fits the factory size, and we're using a flared brake line wrench for the top, which is the 10 millimeter side. Those work really well when you slide them over the brake line, and then you can come down and grab and turn it, push it away from you. Wrong side, I think. All right, now we're gonna plug the line with the finger. Go, Tyler.
Where is it? Where is it?
Right
Got
there.
it. It's right there.
I got it. Nice. All right, so now what we're doing here is we're going to be doing the lower.
Am I on? Here, I'll get you. Get me on. I'll get you on.
Oh, he'll get you on. But who's going to get you off?
Yeah. You get yourself off. You guys are sick. Okay, I'm on.
You ready?
I'm on.
Dang, factory.
Yeah. You really got it.
Oh, broke the camera. Where are we? I lost us. There we go. So here's a comparison of the two lines. This is the old and the new. You can see how much longer this one is. It's crazy. The new one comes with some washers that you put on before you push it through the brackets. And then we have the clips that go on the other side. New hardware came with these, so we're going to be using the new clips. But you can see how much longer those are. Alright, so what we're doing is we're putting the washer on first, and then I'm going to feed this up. Actually go under the axle. Up here to Tyler. Alright.
We're trying to screw it in.
Try to push it through first. There you go. Can you line it up? There we go.
Nice.
Alright, just threading it in right now. You should have gloves on. I don't. I apologize. Alright, the new line is an 18. Tyler, do you have the flared wrench?
The negative, it's under your left knee.
There you go. It's probably pretty good. Alright, and now we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Plenty good. Alright, there we go. Alright, time to put the clips in. Really, the easiest way is just kind of tap them in. So you just put the clip over, push this through a little bit, make sure it catches on there. A little body hammer, so you just stick that underneath, and just little taps, and it'll go in. Dang, you're not gonna get those off.
Those aren't going on.
They're not barely on, but bigger hammer. Wow. Maybe we didn't need those washers. So what we did is we actually put in the factory brackets in there because of those washers. We think that that washer was keeping some of that extra space that was getting it really difficult in there. And then when we put the factories in, it went in nice and snug and holding everything tight. You can see definitely how much more slop we have in these wires, which is a good thing. So when we get a full droop, these aren't going to max out. So that's really great. Now what we need to do is bleed the brakes and make sure that there's no air pockets in those lines, and then we can button this up. So that was the install of those extended brake lines from Metal Tech. Hope you enjoyed it. It was really simple, just trying to figure out how to keep that oil in the line was the hardest part. We did have a little bit of trouble trying to figure out the brake lines when we're bleeding it, and we found that the pump inside of the 5th Gen 4Runner actually kind of primes itself. So once we were able to turn on the rig, we hit the brakes, it started priming. Then when we released it, it just shot out the air and shot out all the fluid, lowering it down. Then when we closed it, everything was great. So it was actually really easy to do. You just need to make sure that that vehicle is on and running, so then when you're priming it, it's working out great. Check out some other links up here. Right up top is going to be the 4Runner builds. If you want to see anything about 4Runners, go there. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget, keep crawling.